we doing? Leos. Hi, guys. So, let's go ahead and get started. I know you've been waiting. Ready to pounce. Okay. So, I'm using Rider-Waite this month because Pamela Coleman Smith, the illustrator of the Rider-Waite Smith deck, her birthday is on the 16th. So if any of you Aquarians out there, if you're cross-watching or anything, if you know anyone whose birthday is February 16th, then their birthday is the same birthday as the person who drew this image. Okay, so, I'm doing readings this month and I'm putting music in the background. I might just continue to do that forever. But right now I'm playing stars for you guys, and, obviously for obvious reasons. And, a card just flipped out for you. I'm going to put it here at the top of the reading, and then I'm going to shuffle a couple more times. At the end of the reading in the Venus position, I'm going to pull some cards from the Romance Angels Oracle deck, which I've already pre-shuffled and put down. And then I've also pre-shuffled the Soulmate cards that I have, and I put those down as well. There were some pop-outs for each of those card decks, like the Romance Angels Oracle deck popped out a card, so you're gonna get a bonus card. And then the Soulmate deck popped out 2 cards, which I felt like those messages were for me, but I have Venus in Leo, so I'm just gonna kind of take those messages for you guys too. So those are bonus messages. So now I'm just gonna cut the deck, and then I'm gonna lay the cards out. It's good. I don't need to do anything else. Midday Monday, honey. I know, some of y'all at work and stuff. Wow. All right. Okay, Leo, what's going on? It's Aquarius season, so that's opposing you. What are you feeling like? Sometimes during my opposing energy season, I feel a little bit energized, because it kind of is putting me in that energy of that sign. So then I feel like, doing things that I probably wouldn't normally do, or expressing myself in different ways, you know what I mean? Mm. Okay, so let's just get into the reading. Right now at the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool, and it's funny that I was just talking about Aquarius season and opposing you. The Fool is Uranus, or Uranus as some of you pronounce it. That's talking about the ability to just kind of like move forward confidently in life, knowing that the universe and spirit and God has your back. You know what I mean? If you stumble, if you fall, you can get back up and keep going, right? Because the 0 can go anywhere in the tarot deck. It can have many different experiences. You are meant to have many different experiences, right? That's what I'm getting. It's almost like you may have ventured off into a new journey, or you may have begun anew, and things are sort of like a clean slate for you. It's like tabula rasa, and I'm getting time to move forward, time to manifest. That's what I'm getting. And it's like look your best, speak your best, do your best, is that type of thing. Because you never really know what might happen, or who might be around you, or who might be noticing you at any given time. Also, it's saying really practice your authenticity, which is something that I feel like you guys can do very well. And then sometimes you guys may not be feeling that energy at all. You know what I mean? So this is just saying be hopeful, be aware that anything can happen, embrace the changes that may occur, embrace the things that, were unforeseen, or embrace the things that, are sort of landing your lap that you weren't expecting, that type of thing, because anything can happen and everything will happen. Okay, so now let's look at the center reading, or the center card. The center card is the Page of Wands, and this is ruled by Saturn. So there are some lessons that you're learning in terms of like just your how you're initiating things, how you get movement forward, how you get people involved, and how you get involved. This is you really taking a look at your talents, your skills, your gifts, your capabilities, and you're seeing how you can use them to your best advantage, so that you can kind of express yourself and what you do at the optimum level. You definitely are communicating with outside sources, people that are probably not a part of your immediate circle, because you can get some true wisdom from them, and that they'll be objective. They'll be practical with the information that they're giving you, and they won't be coming from a place of emotion and telling you maybe some things that you want to hear. So you might be getting that. This could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It could even be, something during Aries season. Maybe, that's going to spark something for you. Aries season is a good season for you because, the sun goes into a sign that, it likes to be in. And that's your energy, liking Aries energy. So you like to get things moving, you like to get things popping, you like to get people interested, and you like to learn from your experiences too, hopefully. And this is saying that you will be learning from these new experiences that you're embarking on. It's like, I'm embarking on something. Something is coming up. The Fool is here, right? What you don't know can hurt you. Learn more. And then you have the Page of Wands. I want to learn more. I'm in a new place probably, because the Fool is talking about going to a new place, because something has ended. A cycle has ended. Something has, like, maybe dissolved itself. Something has closed down. Something shut down. That type of thing. And now you're just kind of like, oh, now I'm out here, and I can find anything. I can do anything at this point. That's probably what you're feeling like. You can do anything. You know what I mean? Wow, this is so crazy. So your immediate influence and your challenge is the Knight of Wands. So you're intimidated by more movement forward. It's almost like um, you might be feeling a little bit misguided, right? Because that's the challenge. And the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius is like, mutable fire. So that's adapting to all of these different changes, maybe trying some things and some things failing. This might be some trial and error, you know what I mean? Because the Page of Wands is definitely experiencing moments of learning and moments of clarity through accidents that may happen, or some false starts. This definitely represents false starts in the challenge, because this is movement forward, sagittal plane. This is kind of like breaking through. You might feel a challenge breaking through something, getting people to hear you, getting people to see you or notice you, or you feel like you might be like missing out on chances because when you go somewhere, it might be the wrong time of day, probably. Realizing something like that. But the Knight of Wands is definitely saying that, you might be feeling a little bit anxious too. You might be aware of your anxieties a little bit more as well. And you're trying to keep yourself a little bit tempered, right? Sagittarius energy. You're trying to keep yourself leveled out. You're trying to not let your emotions get the best of you. This is double fire too. So this is saying that there might be like, damn, you might be putting a lot of energy into something, right? Or maybe there might be something that happens so quickly because the Fool is here, Uranus, that you're going to have to jump on it and just keep it moving, you know what I mean? Which is probably a good thing, because you probably need something to kind of keep you active. But there's a lot of activity going on with this Page of Wands and this Knight of Wands. And these could be two people. This could be, someone who might be a peer, or you, and then someone who might be a peer, someone who might be a little bit older than you. They might be training you, this person, this Knight of Wands. You know what I mean? And you guys might not get along at first when they start training you, but then it might go in the right direction, because you might find that you are more in tune and you're more alike than not. One of you just is a little bit more experienced than the other. That's all it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so flip over the rest of these cards, and then I'm just going to leave all the future cards there, and then I'm going to open up the wow, and then I'm going to open up the romance angels and the soulmate card. Leo, it's getting hot in here. I don't know what your energy is going on. Is there like an argument that's going to happen? Is there some sort of like are you going to get upset over something? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm looking at the sun position, and this is the Queen of Cups. So you guys might be needing to tap into your creativity a little bit more. You might be wanting to express certain parts of your creativity that you may have not. This might have to do with some creative endeavors or some art projects. It could have something to do with design, or it could even have something to do with like fashion, or it might, home, or it might have to do with the mom at home, mom in the home. That might be what you're thinking about, or you might be just kind of like spending a lot of time at home and doing things around the house just to kind of like um, you know deal with time and stuff like that. Especially when you're alone, some of you might be like spending some time alone, and you might be feeling a little bit complacent in your feelings about some things. Um, This is cardinal energy, so you might be really wanting to initiate something, and then you have the moon position here with Saturn and Taurus, the Seven of Pentacles, and I believe the moon is actually in Taurus today, and it is squaring Mercury. Yes, in Aquarius. Um, anyway, this is talking about going through an emotional evolution, right? These are like some cycles some phases that you're experiencing, and you don't really see the fruit of something, right? That you feel like you've spent some time on, or you might feel like you've been waiting a while. Uh, it's like you're having some commitment issues in terms of choosing what you want to do that's going to make you money. I feel like that type of thing. There's a lack of confidence when it comes to committing yourself to choosing what you're going to do to produce something, to make something. Or maybe you might be involved in a project that has to do with creativity, and you might have to like come up with something, come up with a product or come up with a piece, and you might be dealing with that. Like maybe you feel like you have a lack of resources and you may not be able to do everything that you have been asked to do or everything that you want to do in terms of this project or in terms of this goal, right? Sagittarius as the immediate influence. Um, it also has to do with just like, staying confident and knowing that some things take time, and even if you may not be ready for something, an opportunity they may present itself, or you may not feel ready for something, just know that you might develop within that thing as you gain experience while you're doing it. You know what I mean? And that really is kind of like how you gain experience, and that's how you become something by practicing doing that thing or practicing learning that thing or doing that thing more. This is a seven, so it has to do with evolution. It has to do with your emotions. It has to do with the chariot. You need to move forward with something, and it has to do with you making a choice to move forward with something so that you can see something accumulate. It's like it's not just gonna come out of in nowhere. And I follow Amber Khan, Quietest Revolution, on Instagram, and she posted something yesterday, and I've been quoting it um, in my readings yesterday at Shanti, and like right now I'm gonna do it too because this is Seven of Pentacles, and she was saying like I'm gonna put it in my own words, but I'm referencing what she posted. It takes a fruit tree a long time to bear fruit. That's the last thing that grows on the tree, and I was like, oh my god, it totally is. So like you're fucking waiting forever. You need to nurture something. You need to put the energy and the time and the focus and the effort into something. You need to understand what it is that you're learning from the process. And that's why you need to commit to making a decision about something. Because as soon as you do that, then you begin the emotional evolution that you seek, right? With this Queen of Cups being here, you want to feel emotionally satisfied with something. Then it's like you need to put that effort and that time and that work into it. Commit yourself to making a choice of what you're going to, involve yourself in daily that you can kind of like develop in or develop at, you know. This could also be like you not even making as much money doing something as you wanted to, but then like you might be making more money later down the line, as you evolve in this position. Because it's Taurus, so it might have something to do with work. And you guys might be feeling a little bit sad because of work. There might be hidden, from you because of something dealing with work. Or you might just be feeling like some of you might be at a place and you just don't feel like it's worth staying there anymore, and you want to leave. Let's move on. So in the past here you have the Judgment card. So some of you have been, you know, and the Queen of Cups is looking down at the Judgment card here. So we're dealing with some forgiveness. We're dealing with some deep emotions that are dense. We're dealing with someone that wants to set themselves free of a situation or a circumstance, a scenario, a feeling of regret and pain. I wasn't going to say that, but that's what came out. This is you understanding that sometimes you have to let yourself go, right? This is fixed energy because it's Pluto. And all the fixed signs definitely have a thing with ego, right? My Venus is in Leo. I don't know if I have anything else in fixed signs. Oh yeah, Saturn and Scorpio. But this is Pluto, and I have Pluto in my first house, so I understand a thing or two about Pluto. Sometimes there are some things that really hurt us, right? That we have to just let go of. And this has to do with things that deal with our parents, the way we grew up, our family members, the things that attach us to our life, right? How are we transforming from our experience so that we can benefit from it? Because if you're just hurting, what are you going to choose to do about that? And that's probably why I was getting hot earlier. That's in the past right now, so that's good. You've forgiven some people about some stuff, right? And this isn't anything that's out in the open, right? This isn't anything on the surface that, just your regular friends would be like, oh yeah, you forgave that person. This is you internally forgiving people for things that they have done or for ways that they have made you feel, or forgiving yourself for misinterpreting your own feelings as feelings that other people may have caused you to have when they are yours. There is no one out here splashing water on her. She's sitting in the middle of it herself. But let yourself go. Let yourself go. Who's that? Is that you too? Is that Depeche Mode? I think it's Depeche Mode. So yeah, you definitely have a tone for some things. You may have even been like, man, you know what? I did do that. That was my fault. But this was their fault. Child, it ain't even about nobody's fault no more. Right? And that's great. Because what you are focused on is new beginnings, a change of pace, phases. You like, bitch, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to have a new experience. Here I go. I'm excited. Ooh, why was I going into that? I'm a bitch. I'm a mother. I'm a child. Right? I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed. Okay? You're not feeling ashamed about anything. But you have let go of some things. And that's great because you needed to let go of some things. You know, things were doubling over. And it was just becoming too heavy for you. And that was getting in the way of your productivity. It was getting in the way of you moving forward, of you seeing that other things could be manifested, past that experience. You know, it's just not right for you to do it like that to yourself. Some of you could be feeling this way about a relationship, about somebody who came in and maybe swept you off your feet and made you feel like things were fast and furious, and you were like, oh my God, yes, this is the beginning. And then, bam, ghosted. Right? And in the emotions here in the moon position, you're like, I thought I saw it going somewhere. I was committed to making a decision to continue with you. But then you started showing out with this Knight of Wands here. I'm giving you guys different scenarios. This is a general reading. But then you started showing out. So we had to let go of that. Right? And I'm feeling bad about it. You know? Because I thought that we were going to form a commitment with each other. And now it's not that. It's things have changed. Uranus shook the shit out of us. Bam. You have anxieties in terms of like a wish being fulfilled. You know? You're focused on like just something growing or just having that thing. Or you really want your luck to change. That's what I'm getting. Bam. Because this Seven of Pentacles here, right? Restricted in your own productivity. Or just like a slowdown, a yielding, right? It's not a dead end. You're not going to have to turn around. You know what I mean? You can stay on this. And it's like the things that you were planning, right? It really is important for you to think about your own security too, right? It is. And you're learning lessons in that. Damn. I don't want you to have to I don't want you to be doing something that you don't want to do because then that's going to take the energy out of it. That's going to take the life out of it. You know what I mean? You're not going to be as involved as you would like to be. And why be halfway involved? I'm listening to this reading and it's for me too. Venus and Leo. Damn. Sun, Moon, Rising, you know? Or if you have Sun in first house, okay? Or no, or Sun in fifth house. Sun in fifth house. Okay? That could be like if you have Libra rising, but then your Sun is like Aquarius, obviously, because that would be the opposite. Okay, anyway, I'm digressing. So, yeah, you have anxieties about a wish getting fulfilled, and this is, wow. Oh my God, I feel like you definitely have been going over your emotions and analyzing them. You've been going in on yourself and your feelings. You've been showing yourself compassion because of your anxieties that you have, because of what you're unhappy with that you don't have yet. Because it's a yet, because the Nine of Cups is a positive card. It's Jupiter and Pisces, so it's the planet of luck and expansion. Getting involved in the sign that is compassion. But then it's also this card here, Jupiter and Pisces. This could also be like getting swept away in delusion, right? Because you're talking about Poseidon and there's a wall of water rushing down, and this is talking about going in on something. And then it is Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, which is talking about dissolving boundaries, going into a place of, that's not really actually real, right? So are you wishing for something that is like out of range right now? Are you being unrealistic about some goals? Are you being unrealistic about some things? But Jupiter definitely can get you those things that make you feel more secure in your emotions. So I feel like that's what you need. You need to go after something that's going to make you feel more emotionally satisfied, because this is talking about having anxieties about fulfillment, the satisfaction. Are you going to be satisfied? Um, I think that you should probably stop um, continuing a cycle of, maybe not being happy with something. I feel like you just don't, you feel like you're not getting something that you want. And if you feel like you're not getting something that you want, then it really is up to you to go after what that thing is that you want, right? Okay. You have anxieties about something that you sacrificed, right? That may have been kind of like quick, or it may have been like very wah. It may have triggered some emotions inside of you. You know what I mean? You sacrifice something, triggers some big emotions, a swell of emotions inside of you, right? Because it was something that you wished for, that you had to do this. You had to make this sacrifice. So you had to make this sort of what do you call it? Yeah. And you might just have anxieties about, feeling vulnerable. But you definitely can have all of the things that you want. You know what I mean? Just come out of this feeling of feeling like you're a victim of this experience, right? Because it's your experience. Don't fall victim to that. It's like the Judgment card is crowning the Nine of Cups here, and the Nine of Cups is in the anxieties. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is pretty good, I guess. So when I said, if there's something that you want, you have to go out and get it. And in the Mars position, you got Sun in Capricorn, right? Let's talk. So, Sun in Capricorn, that's Four of Pentacles. It's talking about stability, structures, building things. So you got to put some energy and some effort, some elbow grease into rebuilding some structures for yourself. Not the same way. Not the same way. Right? It's talking being committed to, you know, initiating things. Don't wait for people to come towards you. I hear you saying, I know, I know, I know, I know. Because this is talking about your success, right? Your success is up to you. You have to go grab it. You gotta go get it. And also, if there are some things that you're holding on to that you need to let go of, right? The old structures, then do that. Right? That's what I'm getting. It's not tower energy. It's like you choosing to like create the tower energy. Because this is the Mars position, and then this is Sun and Capricorn. You see what I mean? And it's about structures, and Capricorn is about building structures. And Mars is definitely about, being the authority and like setting those rules and making those structures become a reality. So this is actually making something become a reality for you. You actually might even be getting a job. You might be going after a job that you want. You know, you might be beginning a job that you want, and you might be focused on a new commitment that involves a job, right? That's going to provide you with more financial security and more, structure, right? In terms of time, how you process your time throughout the day, what you do at what time. I know, I know, because I have Saturn in the first house, so time is a big thing for me, and what I do with it and when. It's a lot. It's valuable too. So sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time, but don't feel like you're wasting time. There's always something that you can do with your time, and that's something that we learn from Virgo. Okay? There's always something that you can do with your time. Think mutable like that. Um, anyway, in your Venus position, this is a great card, and we're going to get to these love cards soon because we're right here in the sweet spot for that. You got the 10 of Cups, boo. So this is Mars and Pisces. Maybe you should work with your partner on something. Okay, because if this is Mars and Pisces, maybe you're dealing with a Pisces or a water sign. Um, and then you have in the Mars position Sun and Capricorn. So this could be talking about, you working in your relationship, making money that way. Or maybe your lover is going to help you get a job or something like that. I don't know. But this is talking about putting your interest into providing a level of compassion into a relationship, bringing more harmony to something, um, you know, really heartfelt experiences. Something has fully manifested into something, and the cycle has like closed, and now you can begin anew within that cycle, right? It's like not within that cycle, but it's like the next phase, right, that is within a series of cycles can now begin in terms of that relationship, and things are expanding, and that's good. You're starting to focus on different things, right? You're starting to have new focuses within that relationship. You're starting to appreciate things, right? Because Mars is learning from that Piscean energy. It's like a renewed, yeah. It's like a breath of fresh air, or it's like a clean shower for Mars after like coming back from war. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. So you feel like cleansed in a sense from this new relationship. It's providing you with a sense of spiritual clarity too. You are getting some spiritual clarities here, clarifications. Um, yeah. So now let's look at these Romance Angels Oracle cards. This is the one that popped out, and it's because see, this is Mars and Pisces, and Pisces is dissolving boundaries, past life relationship, from one reality into the next, dissolving boundaries. You have known each other before. I'll put it up, baby. Happy Valentine's Day. You've known each other. Okay, that's cute. And I'm gonna look at the bottom of the deck because what I normally do is pull from the top and look at the bottom. So that was the pop out. So now I'm gonna pull from the top and look at the bottom. Okay? So y'all getting bonus, bonus, bonus. Mm. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Right? So this is saying that there are people that are willing to give you the advice that you're looking for, or anything. Maybe some people want to just kind of like give you the time to talk to them about some things that you may not be talking about. Because you have the Queen of Cups here in your sun position, and she's looking down at the Judgment card. So she has a need to express something that she wants to, in order to free herself from something, and it could just be her wanting to express something that, she hasn't been able to express to anyone about her experience. And that might be something that you may want to do, or someone may be doing that for you, but you may be doing that to your lover. And that's why you have the Mars and Pisces card here in your Venus position, because that is definitely related to this. There's a lot of compassion here. And so I pulled from the top. Now let me look at the bottom. Getting to know each other. Okay, wow. So Mars and Pisces here, right? Expansions and, the subconscious energy, the feelings, the emotions, what's being expressed through actions, love that's being expressed through actions, right? Getting to know each other. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And that is amazing. And it goes perfectly well with the Venus placement here and the Ten of Cups. Now let's look at the rest of your future cards and see how they relate to the rest of your reading. Actually, I'm sorry. I have to pull the soulmate cards now. These were the ones that fell out for me, so this is kind of like a bonus for you to get to see the ones that popped out, but I've been pulling these for you too. A new love is coming your way, if it already hasn't. I said that myself. Yet in order for this to manifest, you must first release the past. Are you ready? All it takes is a conscious desire. Hopes, fears, and desires to do so. Next one. Stop taking life so seriously. Achievements and possessions will pale into insignificance when your soul journeys back home to the light from which everything stems. All right, so those popped out. Let me look at the bottom of these soulmate cards. Everything happens for a reason. And even though the reason is sometimes unclear, I graciously accept all that transpires in knowing that it unfolds through love in accordance with the divine will of my soul. Okay, last soulmate card. You are who you are because of your history. Didn't I mention that at the beginning of the reading? All of it has helped you grow in love and wisdom. Every experience has blessed you in some way. Embrace the past and forgive anything that needs forgiving. Bitch, didn't I talk about forgiveness at the very, very beginning of this video? I can't take these cards. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, you guys, so now your future cards are popping up. Y'all are falling off. But that's okay. You can go back and watch this video. Because there are 3 future cards that I haven't pulled yet. Oh. Oh. Damn. Okay. So, in your future position from the past, present, and future, you're feeling some pain from a loss, right? Something that you were emotionally committed to. Because you got the 5 of Cups, right? Mars and Scorpio. Suppressing emotions. It's almost like you're suppressing something that's overly expressive. It's overly expressive through the suppression, right? That's what it's become, and that's what it's going to be if you don't let go, right? Because this is in the past position, And this is in the future position. I wish that they were flopped, right? I wish this was in the past position and this was in the future position. But right now they look like this on the table. Bam, past, future. I want it to be past, future. So you're going to experience a sense of loss that, is going to change the way you see a commitment or the way that you may have been committed to something. This might even have to do with family. This may have something to do with, something happening in the family that has to do with scorn, maybe some resentment. But a lot of it is fear based, and it could have something to do with commitments or religion. It could have something to do with work. You may be suffering a loss because of work. You may have suffered a loss from at work, money wise, and it's impacted you. You may have suffered a loss in real life of a person, perhaps. Or maybe you're just experiencing a death of sorts, right? That is challenging, you and your belief systems in that. It's just kind of like creating a soft spot for you emotionally. Yes? And you need to come out of it. You need to realize that you got to make a choice to deal with it. You know what I mean? Process it. Deal with those emotions. Ask the questions that you feel like you want to ask. Um, do things that are going to make you feel more emotionally secure. It may not be the answer to that thing that you want the answer to, but you can find ways of dealing and coping, because this is saying that you're going to still be coping with some feelings of loss in the future. And then as the energy moving forward in the outcome, you have the Three of Swords, okay? And this is Saturn in Libra, so you definitely are learning some harsh lessons in terms of relationships, or in terms of your relationship. This might be things changing in your relationship by way of you learning something new about someone. Or this could just be someone trying to get involved in a relationship, because you got too close to them, and they were causing like a third party type of idea or perception to start to leak in, and then something has to be done about this. You know what I mean? This might be a person that you thought was going to be your friend, but then they try to like get involved in your relationship. Sorry, they try to get involved in your relationship, and then that means that you are going to I'm turning the speaker off, and that means that you're going to you may not be friends with this person anymore, because you're like, I don't know, that's what I'm getting from that. If somebody is trying to get involved in your relationship, then that's them shooting their own self in the foot, really, to be honest with you, because you really don't want to be messing around with a Leo's partner, and you don't want to be you know getting in any arguments with them. Okay, you damn sure don't want to be trying to get up on them, right? So you might be letting somebody know something, right? um but yes, or this could just be someone probably making a pass at you that really causes you to, you just feel disrespected maybe and annoyed by it. That could be something too. Um, but the good thing is that you've got the Ace of Swords at the top of the reading as your ascendant card, and the energy that's being projected forward that cannot be changed, right? And it's the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning, a new focus, right? This is you realizing something. This may be the truth coming out in a situation that brings more clarity. And then you'll be able to move forward, right? Uh, in terms of this Seven of Pentacles card being here, once the clarity is reached. Because the Moon card is talking about things changing. This is probably the most fluid card position in this spread, right? Because it's the moon. Things can change here. And this is a seven. So it's talking about things changing, fluctuations, movement forward, because there's something to be determined here. And then you can progress. The sevens are definitely talking about progressing out of something that may have been challenging for you emotionally. So, what are you doing to do that? There's going to be something physical that comes along that helps you, that assists you. You're like, oh, I'm so glad that this thing happened because now I can like focus on something else, and I don't have so much time to, focus on things that, aren't going to be at my best interest. So you're definitely going to have a moment of clarity, which is wonderful. The Ace of Swords is a good card to end with. Um, and Mercury right now is in Aquarius, so this is talking about, we're just being challenged by our own motivation, our own confidence, our own perceptions and thought patterns too, because your thought patterns have to do with your emotional well-being, or your emotional how emotional well off you are. I mean, other people influence that, but your thought process is that as well. Okay, this was a very interesting reading. Um, so Leo, I'm just gonna clear the energy out of this reading. I would definitely say, if some of you guys are into like crystals and things like that, maybe get a stone or get a tektite, because tektites are pretty powerful. You can get like some moldavite, or you can get like any moldavite product. Do your research on moldavite though, because it'll that was an accident. Do your research on moldavite, some of you, because you don't want to start messing with it and not be ready for the powerful energy that it has. It's not anything to be afraid of, but it definitely is going to cause you to kind of, practice diligence and be reluctant in terms of stepping into your purpose and exercising your power for yourself. Oh, another one. Thank you, Spirit. If you'd like to come to Shanti on Sundays and get a reading from me, I'm there from 12 to 4 sometimes. I stay this week from 12 to 6. Um, and the readings are 15 minutes for $30. Um, I do this spread usually, so you get this type of information, your sun, your moon, your rising, your past, present, and future, and then you get the anxieties, um, your will, your drive, what you should do, and the advice based on what you should do, and then the outcome based on, if you took the advice or not. Um, but then, it kind of plays around. So that's that. If you like to follow on Instagram, Providence Tarot, and I am at NYC Kendrick, and I'm at Kendrick NYC. And of course, I have a food account. It's called The Tongue Pop. Very colorful. Um, you know, Beautiful images of food, I believe. Leo, just got here. What did I miss? We're just talking about you guys moving forward, changing focus, releasing some pain and some scorn and some regret, allowing things to sort of like come in and surprise you and help you move forward and step out of this rut that you're in. You guys have anxieties in terms of what you're able to like um, gain from your own fulfillment, or you're looking to gain more fulfillment from your experience because you've looked at some things and you've seen how you have sacrificed parts of yourself for other people's experiences probably, and it may have to do with work because the anxieties card is, connected with the moon position, and it's a pentacle, and it's a 7 of pentacles, so it's a contracts, and it's also like relationships with people that you may have worked with, or it could have to do with like commitments that had led to you making a choice. It's like you learned your lesson because you may have stayed somewhere, or you may have done something too long, or you may have waited for something too long. You know what I mean? This could be even like a bill or something that you waited too long to pay. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Um, some of you might be waiting to get approved on something that has to deal with finances or an investment, um, that type of thing, and you have anxieties because of that. You almost may feel like it's not going to happen just because of the, but it's saying that just hold your horses, because it's probably going to happen for you. But yeah, there's some relationship stuff going on. Your relationship seems fine. You're just dealing with your own personal emotions, right? And your will and things like that. You're dealing with some past stuff in the future still, I'm seeing. So that's okay. We're always dealing with past stuff. We're always dealing with, things that we can't change about our family. And that's really hard because it feels really painful to think that you wish that you could change something about their experience so that you wouldn't have to experience whatever scorn or pain that you did. But then you would be taking away from their experience, right? And they were here before you. Honor thy father, honor thy mother. So it's kind of like you have to step out of wanting to fix and change and control things, that you really can't in terms of family. This reading is getting longer than I expected, and that's okay, because now Spirit's talking to me. I know, yeah, well, we all have different familial karma. Our family karma is different for everybody, and that some of that stuff might have to do with past life things, and that's what I'm saying about this card because Scorpio, that's past life energy right there. And this is saying, past life shit that's happened in past life, you can't do anything about it right now because it already happened. It's karma or fate or destiny. Honey, there are some things that I wish that I could go back and change. There's a lot of things that I wish I could go back and change. But now I'm not, I'm like, no, I don't want to go back and change it because I wouldn't be this person. I don't even know if I'd be here reading these cards to you if I didn't go through all of the things that I went through in the past. You know what I mean? That's why you can't be like, well, I wish that if if I could go back and just adjust. No, don't go back and adjust anything. What's cooking is cooking. You can't go back and adjust anything once you get to baking. Okay? But yeah, you're dealing with some family stuff. There's still some things, and man, oh my God, you gotta learn how to follow your own path and not let other people's paths and how they intersect with yours stop you or confuse you or deter you, right? Uh, or modulate you in any kind of way. You're not merging with other people's reality, right? Have you ever seen when cars like don't know how to merge coming off the exit or going on the exit? You get so frustrated because now you have to conform to like what someone else is doing because you're on the path that they were on. Ugh, God. I don't even drive. I'm kidding. Some of y'all might be getting some road rage or something. I don't know, because that was annoying. But yeah. And then this card, this swords card, right? I did I catch you up? And this swords card here, the 5 of Cups is crowning it. So this could have to do with commitments within the family relationship. And then above that is a Taurus card, crowning the 5 of Cups. And then above that is the Ace of Swords. So something's going to happen. Somebody might come in and bring something to the scenario. Somebody might bring some clarity to the scenario, to the issue by speaking truth, you know? And that's just not them being like, and then this is who you are. This could just be somebody saying something. Oh, great. This could just be somebody saying something and everybody being like, oh, yeah, that is right. You did say that last time, 5 months ago, and now she's doing the same thing and you're getting on her about this. That ain't right. That type of thing. You know how family is. They'll go back. Well, I remember. I remember. Right? Set yourself free, darling. I love y'all, Leo. And yes. Okay, I just reminded myself something because my sister said that she needed to talk to me about something with my family, and I don't know the truth about the matter yet, and I'm kind of afraid. But yeah, so I'm gonna pay attention to this energy too. Right? Oh my God, I hope that I don't get any news that's bad. Leos, I love you guys. Like this video, share it, subscribe, follow on Instagram. What else do you want? I'm gonna do love readings for people, for you guys, for the signs. I'm probably gonna pick a Romance Angels Oracle card, and then I'm gonna pick like some tarot card, probably from right away since it's still Pamela Coleman Smith's birthday month, and a soulmate card for each 12 sign. I might only do it on here on YouTube and make it sort of like an extended video because I don't want to pick 3 cards for each sign and only do a minute. I won't even be able to do that. So I'm just gonna do it here on YouTube and have people from Instagram that are there come to YouTube. But you should be crossed, right? You should be, cross branded by now. Provide us. All right, I love you guys.